Welcome back to Bravo Breaking News. I am your host, Kim, aka Bravo Breaking News on Instagram. And I don't know about you, but I am still reeling from the news about Carl and Lindsay. Yes, in case you missed it, yesterday it was announced that Carl and Lindsay have called off their engagement. But what we didn't get quite yet was the details surrounding this. What exactly happened? How did it go down? Who made the decision? So luckily, Dumois has leaked some blind items that are giving us insights into what really happened. I am going to break it all down, but before I get into it, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss any Bravo breaking news. So of course, yesterday, I woke up to the news that Carl has called off the engagement to Lindsay from Summer House. Yes, they are currently Summer House's darling couple. They got engaged at the end of last season and were set to get married in November of this year. But apparently, Carl had a different idea because he decided to call it off just a week after their engagement party. So we're all wondering what happened, what's going down, what are the details? So like I said, Dumois posted several blind items yesterday that are leaking some pretty interesting details about what happened. So let's start with this one. Ken confirmed Carl and Lindsay are done. His non-reality friends had no idea and even paid for the bachelor party in the next few weeks and even made sure people paid for the wedding. So this is very, very interesting because it kind of is seeming like Carl told no one but production. So what we know is that Carl told production because he wanted cameras there when he broke it off with Lindsay. So the fact that nobody else knew, none of his friends, none of his groomsmen, they all paid for the bachelor party and paid for the wedding. This is kind of crazy. I mean, seeing as that was just a week ago, is Carl just now coming to this realization, or did something major happen the last couple weeks while filming Summer House that maybe these people aren't aware of? It's kind of getting crazy. So let's move on to the next blind item. Lindsay, and Carl. Deadline to cancel rooms was 2 days ago. Literally no one knew but the producers. It's a mess. Entirely on him, and she's devastated. It's awful. So once again, this is placing the blame on Carl. It sounds like Carl is definitely the one that called it off. And the fact that people can now not cancel their rooms for the wedding, which was set to happen in Mexico, is kind of a major deal and a pretty bad move for Carl. Like, why wait the 2 days? If you knew that this was the cutoff, surely you knew 2 days prior to breaking it off that you were having cold feet. So maybe you would have thought about your guests. You would have thought about other people attending the wedding. And maybe, I don't know, let them know or let Lindsay know, at least to give everybody enough time to cancel their plans. But now, hundreds of people are stuck with a ticket to Mexico. I mean, Carl, what are you thinking? So we've heard also that Lindsay was completely blindsided by all of this. And this blind item kind of backs that up, that she was devastated and that she did not see this coming, that this was 100% Carl's thing. The next blind item also has a similar story. A source told me the Carl and Lindsay situation was completely unexpected, and it was a good bet that their wedding was going to be a Bravo wedding special. For those skeptical that this is Bravo prepping their next Scandival moment, it seems this breakup is the real deal. So if you watched my video from yesterday, I, as well as a lot of people, are a little bit skeptical about this relationship and the engagement of it all. It seems like it was maybe giving a little bit PR stunt, seeing as it all happened on camera. They got engaged on camera. Now they're splitting up on camera. It's all being filmed for the show. So of course, I was kind of looking at it that way. But the more and more I'm reading about it, the more and more I truly believe that Lindsay did not see this coming. I mean, we know Lindsay has had her, life timeline set and ready to go. Would she be the one to call this off? I don't think so. Would she do this for a storyline? I don't think so, especially if their wedding was set to be filmed for the show, which I believe it definitely was. Would Lindsay pass up an opportunity to get married on camera to the love of her life and have this be part of her fairy tale ending as she always wanted? I don't think so. So I am starting to believe that this is definitely more on Carl and that Lindsay was honestly taken aback from this and really knew nothing about it. But there is a video circulating of Paige DeZorbo at one of her Giggly Squad shows that also makes me think a little differently. Dumois posted, "Saw Giggly Squad live in Montreal on July 27th. During the Q&A, someone asked Paige if there was any tea on Lindsay and Carl and how the wedding planning is going. I got her response on video."
I really? I can't give you any tea, but there's tea, honey.
So this shows me that there was definitely drama going down in the summer house between Carl and Lindsay. Whether or not she knew that they were going to split up, that's, to be determined, because this video is from July 27th, over a month ago, which is supposedly before the engagement party. They were still posting together on Instagram, so things seemed good. But this makes me think that there were issues going on. I mean, Carl and Lindsay have had a lot of issues in the past, so I wouldn't expect them to end right before the wedding. I mean, this is probably the most stressful time in a couple's relationship. We saw Kyle and Amanda go through it, and we're seeing Carl and Lindsay go through it too. So the fact that, I don't know, maybe tensions were high and drama was happening leading up to this wedding, I think could be one of the reasons why Carl decided to finally end things. So I don't know about you, but I am waiting with bated breath for more and more details about this breakup. Was Lindsay really blindsided? What was Carl's reason to call it all off? I don't know yet. We don't know yet. But what we do know is that I think that it's kind of seeming like this is real. This is a real thing. I don't think it's something that Lindsay wanted to happen. I think it's something that Carl, decided on his own and told nobody but production. So I don't know. Just when we thought that we had the villain of the year, Tom Sandoval, Carl goes and pulls some shit like this, and it is not looking good. We thought Carl was a changed man, but this is definitely making us see him differently. The fact that he would put Lindsay through this and do all of this on camera to her is just a little bit disgusting. So I don't know. I know we're going to see this all play out on Summer House. They are picking up the cameras. The aftermath is going to be filmed as well as the breakup. I don't think this is the end of this at all. So I will be here to update you guys on everything I hear about this drama. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss anything.